Welcome back, Lightkeeper. So today's letter is on not feeling like you're late. So I always think about Alice in Wonderland in that scene where the rabbit is saying like, I'm late for an important date," and like he's just going all over the place, going back and forth, but it's really like, where is he going? and And I always think about that and I laugh about it, but then I also realize, like in my own life, I do the same thing. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late for a deadline at work. I'm late for making sure that I send different people different messages, either happy birthday, or I pick up flowers for someone, or I make sure I do this favor for someone, or even I'm late in, like, where's my career going? Where's my life going? Where do I want to live when I retire? So all these things just constantly filling up the mind of, I'm late, I'm late, I'm late for an important date. And so today's letter is, if you've been feeling behind, if you've been feeling like you missed a turn, or you're not where you should be, I just wanted to gently interrupt that story. um, you're not late. I'm not late. um, you're not broken. And you're not the only one that feels that way. Again, as I said, all of us. The world moves fast. The world has like us on timelines. You know, do this, buy that. You need to make sure you get this deal before it ends in 5 minutes or whatever. And so we're constantly feeling and moving through life on a time schedule. Um, and it's a constant pressure too, because it's like, as soon as you get one thing and you cross it off, and all of a sudden then there's something else. And so you would never feel like you're caught up. You're just always feeling like you're just going, going, going. And it's like, sometimes we doubt ourselves and we ask ourselves, do I have it all figured out? And we're trying to keep up the pace, and it's exhausting. So the one thing that I just wanted to share is that the path was never meant to be a race. It was not meant to have deadlines. And it's the thing that I learned is that some seasons are slower. Sometimes things have to move slow to allow ourselves to stretch, to breathe, to be ready fully, and to be present and to show up in the way that fully honors us. And sometimes we need to heal, and sometimes we need to listen for what's real. And that's not failure, that's wisdom. And again, coming from the person who has been living the life of the rabbit, I'm always just like constantly questioning that wisdom. Um, but it's a good reminder to not rush, to give what needs time its time, and to also find those meaningful shifts, and know that we don't always have to look impressive or do things that look grandiose, or um, you know, just like these big changes. Sometimes the changes are quiet. Sometimes they're the little shifts that we make that really then down the road make a huge difference. Um, whether it's us placing a boundary for ourselves, or we're looking at things that we haven't looked at before, or maybe it's changing how we interact with the people that we love, or even changing and allowing ourselves, that love, and treating ourselves to little victories, or, joys. Um, so just know that wherever you are right where you need to be. And if it feels like you're still trying to hold it all together and you're trying to find your footing, I hope that you can hear this, that you're exactly where you need to be. that there is no prize for pushing past your own heart and your own needs. And let this be the season where you can try. I'm not going to say just do it, because I know it's hard, because even in my head as I'm saying this, I'm still hearing the rabbit. To try to lessen the measuring of ourselves by our worth and how fast we are, or how better we are, or if we, just whatever the measurement is. And just start honoring how deeply we feel. You haven't missed your life. You're in it. And you're doing better than you think. So the last thing I just want to leave you with is something that I learned from three, what I just call really cool dudes. They were in their 80s and 90s, and I met them one year down in Hilton Head. They had all retired and playing golf, just hanging out and having fun. And the one thing I asked was, what advice would you give someone who is just trying to achieve greatness? Because at the time I just lived a whole different life back then, and feeling like you're not doing it fast enough. And what they said was, at the end of the day, for them, when you get to that age and you're just enjoying time with your loved ones finally and enjoying your life, you're realizing that it wasn't about how fast you were, and it really wasn't about the external accomplishments, because at the end of the day, no one cares. It is about, how did you live and how did you feel? And if tomorrow was your last day here, would you say that you felt good? And I think that was the most important part. And after that, I started incorporating something called living by the obituary and not the resume. So doing the things that make you feel good, that helps others, that really just you just stepping into your authentic self. Because at the end of the day, the resume is going to be there, but it doesn't matter. It matters how we live and how we stepped into life. So just know, I'm late for an important date. We're right where we need to be. Until next time, Light Keeper, I'll talk to you soon.